Hi, it's Gordon here again from Man Knitted in Scotland. This is just an answer to a few questions. People have been so kind in getting in touch with me by private messages and comments under social media posts and comments under the YouTube videos. And I'm running about a fortnight behind getting back to them all. Some of the same ones come up a few times. So I'm going to attempt to answer those now. One of the questions that has come up is, what is the music that introduces and closes these videos? I'm almost embarrassed to tell you, but when I was selected to be on Game of Wool, of course my main profession is a musician, and I do a lot of composition, arranging and orchestrating for various orchestras, and I've worked in broadcasting on and off my whole career. You do when you're a musician. I've done quite a lot of television and radio connected music, and very, very occasional minor contributions to film. That's really been nothing to speak of. But I suddenly thought, I wonder who's writing the music for the Game of Wool. And then started to wonder, what would I do? What would I come up with? What would I give them if they asked me to write something? So I was on a train one day doing quite a long... I don't often travel by train, but this day I was travelling by train, and I had my laptop with me with my various softwares on it. And I thought, just for interest, what would I come up with if they had asked me to write a theme for Game of Wool, which of course they never would. They'll have all their own people they work with, and they'll have no idea of what I do and my track record or anything. It was just an idle thought. And a couple of years ago, actually 2020, I wrote a suite of 3 pieces for percussion with chamber orchestra. Only one of them was finished, a piece called Blue Heather. It was a suite called Shades of Heather, written for Heather Corbett, the famous percussionist, who is the longest serving orchestral employee in the history of the BBC since it started, 100 plus years ago. She did 55 years as principal percussion of the BBC Scottish Symphony Orchestra, and I started a suite called Shades of Heather. And the first one for marimba was going to be Pink Heather, and the second one was Blue Heather. That was the only one that was ever finished. It's a very sort of moody, jazzy piece for vibraphone and strings and a few other instruments. The third one was going to be White Heather, and it was going to be a jolly, quick thing for xylophone. White Heather never got started. Blue Heather was the only one that was finished, and Pink Heather, the first one for marimba, was lying in a state of probably a third of it done. So I took what I had done of that and jiggled it a little and came up with this piece, which for any musicians among you, I may add, is an 11/8 time. It's quite complicated to count. Then I thought, what am I going to do with it? And when I started making these videos, I started and finished with what I, in my own delusional head, might consider the theme tune that could have been Game of Wool. So there you are, just in case anyone's wondering. It started its life as part of a suite called Pink Heather, was never finished, and now is starting and finishing these videos. Nothing to do with knitting, but hopefully interesting nevertheless. Bye for now.